Hello and good morning. It's Monday morning, and just before I head off to do some feet, I thought I'd pop another video on. This will probably go out on Saturday, but yeah, it's Monday morning, bright and early. This set is a Valentine's set. It's a very simple set using Nail Vanity's ballet core and Tiffany a colour, a design powder. It is such a gorgeous colour. But I thought, not everybody likes pink. Not everybody wants pink. So I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to keep it quite simple, quite short, quite simple, um, and all French. Eek. So I am applying the core, trying to build that smile line. As you can see, the acrylic behaves really nicely. It's not running everywhere. It's really nice to work with. And such a pretty colour. It's like a very, very pale, a hint of a pink. It's gorgeous. I'm just shaping that smile line as I go, using the belly of my brush to push that shape into place. I'm using the number 10 Nail Vanity brush today. I've got lots more videos to edit, so I thought I'd get on to it quite early this morning. I'm sat here with a cup of coffee, in my work uniform, ready to go. So this is a flexi hand, I believe. There's no like wire in this, so it's quite oh, what's the word? Wobbly, I suppose. Yeah, it's silicone, so you can't move the fingers to where you want them because they'll just ping back into place. So it's a firm grip, but so realistic, so realistic. Yeah, I'm popping the tip of my brush around the cuticle, around the sidewalls to tuck it in nice and neat. And again, using the belly of my brush just to get that shape. I have left some filing in, e-filing and normal filing. Only a couple of fingers because, I don't want to bore you. But I did promise you I'd leave some filing in. Again, I am a beginner, so none of this is going to be perfect. But the point of this is, it's not perfect. I can see my progress later on, hopefully. And any newcomers like me can see that it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect, but we keep practicing, we keep striving, and that's how we get there. I'm desperate to do an anti-Valentine's set, and I've got some bits and pieces from some foils, some gorgeous foils from Charlie's Nail Art, and I will have a go. It's going to take some doing, because I've never done an anti-Valentine's set. Yeah, so by the time this goes out, the whole working week will have been gone. I hope you all had a good one, a good working week. Now we're all back and starting the new year from our Christmas break. Isn't it a shock to the system? When you've had some time off, oh wow. So feather back that second bead so that there's no marbling or no line. There isn't any marbling really with Nail Vanity, but you don't want a line where you've placed one bead on top of the other. So feathering it back will just stop that. But you can see It's not running everywhere. I haven't got to catch it and flip it back over, but it's still movable. I'm sure there's a better word than that, but you know, it's Monday morning. I'm only on my second cup of coffee. Again, feathering that back. No lines, thank you. Patting, pressing and pushing that into place. Doesn't that hand look real? It's incredible. So we've been promised snow again in Coventry. I saw on the old book face that we're due snow this week, and if we do, I will have to do some more wintry nails, snowy nails of some description, without them being Christmassy. There's a challenge. I do appreciate you all. I'm very grateful for the watches and all that. I am new. This is a new channel. I would love some more subscribers. I would love some more comments, some likes. And you know, maybe leave me a comment on what you'd like me to do next, or any tips, or oh, and don't forget, in the description there will be a link to Nail Vanity Acrylic Systems website, but there's also a cheeky discount code. So all of those smile lines in place, I'm just sharpening them up, and you'll see what I mean. These, it's like working with a very firm jelly. You really have to hold on tight. But you know, that's a practice hand for you, but it's so realistic. It's fab. Giving it a quick tap with my nail to make sure it is set before I go in, do my filing. Just making sure those walls are nice and even, that I can put my colour up to. Keeping that file nice and straight. We want a nice wall, straight lines, so you get that crisp effect. Now these tips are stick-on, so you glue these on. There is a primer you use beforehand, but you know, you have to hold them nice and firmly so you don't knock them off. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful colour? Obviously I've brushed all the dust away, and in now I'm just going to make sure it is called Tiffany, bear with me. It is indeed called Tiffany, and you can see why. I love it, absolutely love that colour. So I'm pushing, I've drained my bead off so it's not running everywhere, and I'm able to push that right up both sides. I'm pushing it close into that wall. I'm not bothered about bulk. I'm not bothered about how thin or thick it is, because it is going to be filed. I'm bothered about getting those lines where they should be and putting that right up to the smile line. So again, I've drained my bead off, and I'm just pushing that right up to that where the the smile line starts. Patting, pressing, pushing, making sure that product's everywhere it needs to be. Obviously the colour is a design colour, so I will have to cap that. The core isn't, so I don't need to cap that, but you can see how nice that is to work with, can't you? Just watching it back makes me think, wow, it's not running, minimum sticking to the brush. And you can see just how, you know, because I've built that wall up in that in the core. If I didn't file them, there'd be a chunky mess. But I needed that wall to create that smile line to put the colour up to. Draining the liquid out so my bead isn't too wet. I can just move it up to where it needs to be, right up to that little corner there. Now, you might be thinking that I think I'm fabulous. I don't. I can talk the talk, I know exactly what I've got to do, but I do need the practice, and I'm aware of that. But it's good to see progress, isn't it? And hopefully, you know, this time next year, these kind of things will be a whiz. Now, I forgot to put my brush away and cover the monomer and cover the powder, which, you know, you must do. So I've got a safety bit on this because I don't want to damage my silicone hand. I am trained with an e-file for my foot job as well, and I'm just revealing that smile line. I've only left a couple of these in, otherwise you'll be watching paint dry. So I have anchored my finger, my little finger, as you can see, on the nail bed. I'm resting my arm on the table so that I don't go spinning round the finger. And that is a safety medium coarse bit, and I'm just taking that down ever so slightly, revealing that smile line, and I will go in with a hand file shortly just to tidy up the lines before I cap. I then file again. Around that cuticle area and pulling the e-file towards me, properly anchored. There was a little bit stuck under there, so I thought I'd get that out. Now here's the hand file. So side walls, making that sure they're nice and straight. You need lots of support on the nail while you're doing this. You'll see my fingers hooked over just to support that. I mean, yes, this is a silicone hand and it's more wobbly, but you still need to support a person's finger. And then I'm just making sure that's all nice and even. There's no shoulders, as I call them, towards the top. And making sure my lines are nice and crisp. So I go and wet my nails again with a bit of monomer, and it's time to cap. Now I don't need to cap the whole nail, it is only the coloured bit that needs to be capped, but I do put a tiny thin layer feathering it up so it's a nice smooth transition. Not that you can see it, it's just probably in my head, but hey. Again, wetting my nail with a bit of monomer just so that that flows nicely. This is the Nail Vanity acrylic. It's crystal clear and it's fab. I've never had a bubble in this, you know, not once. Just patting and pressing, trying to keep my shape, taking any excess off. A bit of fluff or glitter or something, you know how it is. Glitter gets everywhere. I love it. I love a bit of sparkle, but it does. So I have filed these, obviously. I'm gonna do a tiny little heart. This is Nail Vanity gel, a beautiful greeny colour to match the nails. In with my dotting tool, 3 dots, and then with my liner brush to join those together, bring it down to a point, and then work your little dip or your cleavage, as I called it the other day, into the top there. I have cured that. And we go in with Nail Vanity's Hema Free No Wipe Top Coat, which is stunning. Never lets me down. So I'm pushing that product up to the cuticle and to the side walls and pulling it down. Try not to flood anything. Also try not to put my fingers in the one that I've just done. Isn't that cute? I thought that core and the Tiffany tealy colour looked lovely together. I just wanted to do something simple in design, but you know, French is never simple, is it? So again, they are not perfect, but hopefully I'm getting better. My other silicone hand's attached to a thing that holds it up for me on the table. It's very strange holding a silicone hand without any support. So here we are, here is the finished product. I hope you like them. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate your views. Drop me a subscribe, a like or a comment. Thank you, bye.